On this week's edition of the Lake Report, we'll cover national news as our nation's leaders continue to meet with Congress to address the immigration challenges. Another brush fire broke out in Eustis, and an update on the Leesburg shuffleboard case. Plus, a local artist traveling to New York representing Lake County, and the city of Leesburg makes a major residential investment. Hello Lakefront TV, I'm Claire Carlton. It's good to see you again. We begin news from Washington, D.C. President Trump's mass deportation agenda is facing major backlash. Leaders from Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Customs and Border Protection, and U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services met with a congressional committee on Tuesday. The team faced tough questions about last month's shootings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Leaders said the shootings are being investigated and committed to sharing the results of those investigations with Congress. Covering news countywide, Lake County Fire Rescue Team, along with Eustis Fire Department and Mount Dora Fire Department, and the Florida Forest Service was dispatched to a brush fire near County Road 44A in Eustis on Tuesday. The fire became a potential threat to structures nearby, causing neighborhood evacuations. According to local officials, the fire was approximately 94 acres and is 100% contained. Officials are reminding residents to refrain from burning and call 911 immediately if a fire appears and begins to spread. Residents in Astatula experienced a 4-day internet outage. The impact caused delays and many of the citizen services run out of Astatula City Hall. The internet provider in the area is Fiber Now. Mayor Zane Teeters said that up until Friday evening, the town hadn't been able to properly respond to essential needs due to the internet service being inactive for 4 days. James Fenderson IV is currently being interviewed by investigators regarding the killing of Juan Gomez Jr. at Berry Park in Leesburg. Police continue to seek a second person of interest for questioning. Investigators urge anyone with information about the case to contact the Leesburg Police Department at 352-728-9862. Anonymous tips can be submitted through crime line 800-423-TIPS. The Leesburg Shuffleboard Club's lawsuit was dismissed earlier this week. City Attorney Grant Watson filed a motion to dismiss the case as the plaintiff did not submit the needed paperwork to proceed. The Shuffleboard Club had filed a suit last summer urging the court to stop the transfer of property on which the city's shuffleboard courts are located to Forward Paths, a nonprofit organization. The city commissioners approved the transfer of the property last August. The Shuffleboard Club retained attorney General Anthony Sabatini, who filed the lawsuit against Leesburg on behalf of the club. Sabatini has been given 20 days to amend his pleadings by attaching the lease to the complaint he filed. Lake County Commissioners Kirby Smith and County Manager Jennifer Barker traveled to Tallahassee during this year's legislative session to advocate for key Lake County issues. The Lake County team are working with lobbying team from Gray Robinson on the following properties they hope will win legislative approval: Neighborhood Gateway Center, Judicial Center, Expansion, and Transportation. Central Florida is well represented in this year's Winter Olympics. Ocala native and 2022 Olympic gold medalist Erin Jackson was one of this year's flag bearers. Brittany Bowe is an Ocala native and a multi-Olympic medalist. We wish all Americans the best of luck in this year's games. Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks, the winners of Super Bowl 60. An estimated 124.9 million people watched the game, while 128.2 million tuned into the halftime show, featuring Grammy winner Bad Bunny. The game became the second most watched program in U.S. history, and the fourth most watched halftime show in the game's history. Finally, we continue to celebrate Black History Month here on the Lake Report. Today, we'll highlight H.O. Dabney, who is a beloved educator, coach, and community leader in Leesburg. Coach Dabney is known for his 35-year career teaching swimming and managing Carver Heights Pool, which he helped establish for Black residents in 1954. We celebrate the legacy of H.O. Dabney. And news just in from Lake County, Empire Church Road in Groveland has been confirmed as a sinkhole. It was estimated to be 200 feet long, 90 feet wide, and 50 feet deep. The county said engineers developed a repair approach to stabilize the area and to safely build the roadway. Lake County will seek quotes from qualified vendors to complete the repairs, and if approved, work could begin as soon as possible. Coming up next, could new technology save Leesburg taxpayers millions in the future wastewater expansion costs? We take you inside a groundbreaking pilot study that could change how Florida treatment facilities plan for growth. As Florida continues to grow, so does the demand on critical infrastructure, especially wastewater treatment systems. In Leesburg, city leaders are exploring whether innovation can replace expensive expansion. Public Works Director Cliff Kelsey is overseeing a Nuvota biofilm pilot study designed to test a promising approach called treatment intensification, technology that could allow existing facilities to treat more waste more efficiently. If successful, this study could reduce the need for multi-million-dollar capital projects and potentially save local taxpayers and ratepayers significant costs, while helping set a model for treatment facilities across the state. We take a closer look in this special report.
So we're really excited about this pilot study. The genesis of it was we partnered with Dewberry Engineering. They are our design consultant, and they reached out to Nuvota, and we also partnered with St. Johns River Water Management District to get a grant for this, because not only will the benefits of this study produce benefits for the city of Leesburg, but any municipality can benefit from this program if the study turns in the results that we're all hoping for. Anytime you can get more treatment out of the same plant without having to expand infrastructure and reduce chemical costs, then we can all save money, and the city of Leesburg can transfer those savings onto their ratepayers, which is a win-win for everybody.
My name is Jens Dancer. I'm a process engineer at Nuvota, and we are here at the Leesburg Turnpike Wastewater Treatment Facility evaluating our mobile organic biofilm treatment process. This is a treatment process used to intensify wastewater treatment facilities to get more out of their existing infrastructure. So we're evaluating our process to see if the city will be able to utilize it in the future when the time comes for future expansions. This would allow them to expand the capacity of their facility without doing an actual construction project. We're evaluating the process through a trial. We're on month 4 out of month 6, so we've got a few months left to continue to evaluate the process with the city and their engineers to provide the information they need for future expansions.
A lot of utilities in Florida are looking to defer future capital improvement costs and optimize their existing infrastructure. And one of the ways that they can do that is looking at a process intensification. So Nuvota is one of the process intensification companies out there that have an option, and that hasn't been implemented full scale in Florida yet. So as we were doing the expansions at Turnpike Wastewater Treatment Plant, it became apparent that, now that they've put this much capital into this facility, they would like to probably, optimize that and defer future improvement costs as long as possible. And so looking at how Nuvota had not been implemented in Florida yet, we were able to partner with St. Johns River Water Management District and get some grant funding to do a full-scale test here at the plant to see if that would be a good process to implement maybe here or one of the other city's other facilities.
The results of this pilot study could help determine the future of wastewater treatment here in Leesburg and potentially beyond. We will be working with the Leesburg Public Works Department on a follow-up report to share the next phase of data and what it could mean for residents and ratepayers. Coming up next, local artist with a purpose, Simone Richardson, is taking her talent to the Big Apple. We will show you how she's gearing up for an exciting journey to Harlem. A Leesburg business is making waves on a national stage. Artists with a Purpose, founded by Simone Richardson, is heading to New York City for the prestigious 2026 Harlem Fine Arts Show this February. The gallery, recognized as the first Black-owned gallery serving Lake, Sumter, and Marion counties, is taking its bold message of art, culture, and community all the way to Harlem. Joining Richardson are featured artists Bellina Wright and Daphne Jose, representing the creativity and purpose rooted right here at home. Lakefront TV's Ken Facey sat down with Simone ahead of the big showcase.
Hello, Lakefront TV, and welcome to 4th Street in the midst of downtown Leesburg, where we're about to have a really insightful and incredible conversation with Simone from Artists with a Purpose. She and her team were recently selected to go out to Harlem, New York to be featured in one of Harlem's biggest art festivals. Let's go check it out. Simone, thank you so much for having us at your space here, Artists with a Purpose.
Yes.
Share a little bit about how this space came to be, and when folks walk in, what are you hoping to inspire out of the space and individuals?
So I started Artists with a Purpose in 2012 as a mobile artist. So I've been doing it for a long time. I started the studio 4 years ago. I started during COVID time, which was the great time ever. It was definitely different because everybody was all in their homes, going to come outside and everything like that. But definitely it was a great time for me to make that first start to just really take Artists with a Purpose to another level. So I think it was a great time to do it. I think my thing with Artists with a Purpose is making sure that everybody feels just welcome, united, and be able to show their talents, and that we are here to support to whatever that need is, even if they have any type of disabilities or anything that is just where they can be able to come and open up where they feel like they have a space to feel safe.
You're about to go off to Harlem, New York, and take these pieces with you. Tell us how that came to be, who you're taking with you, and what do you hope to achieve?
They actually called us because we were the first Black-owned art gallery in 3 counties. This particular show is geared to Black-owned art studios around the world. So we represent Lake County and Central Florida, which is a really big deal. All of the artists are from everywhere, and they actually could come together. We unify through arts.
Simone, these are some of the pieces you'll be taking with you to Harlem.
Yes.
Yeah. Walk us through some of these pieces.
So yeah, let me walk you through some of them. So these are my 2 pieces. This is what we call mixed media. You definitely see a lot of texture and movement in it. This one is called Unforgettable. The reason why I actually created this is sometimes we are always in the moment and not just deciding like where are we going, what are we going to do. But you knowing that you're not forgotten, you just still have purpose, you still have destiny. This one is called I Rise. Most of the times in this picture, I have my eyes kind of hidden because I'm literally walking by what I really believe, regardless of what things are around me. I rise above it. And this is also mixed media, it has more texture and different things that's in it. So that's these 2 pieces.
What I love about this piece is that unforgettable is such a tie to the Black community with Neck and Cold as well.
Yeah.
And
Neck and Cold.
So this is both of these pieces are incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah. What else we got?
So we got definitely this one right here is a walk in peace and unity. This is also a piece with also texture as well as different materials. And different types of movement through here. You'll see all of the kind of patterns here as well as different things that we use for just to give that movement to it as we, this one right here is definitely, I think she definitely quiets the storm when there is a storm. And I like this because it just brings that mother love, peace, and nurturing type of look. It gives that nurturing look. This one is definitely called Chances. I put cards to this. As you can see, there's different types of spades and different things like that. I call this chances because life is like cards. How would you play them? How do you play them and place them in your life? I place them where I know that I still control what happens around me. You know, how I can respond to it. Yes, it's dealt to me, but how can I respond to the situation? And sometimes we don't realize that we have control over the things that are in there, even though you get dealt a bad hand. It could be really bad.
But what card are you going to play down?
That's right.
Yeah,
what card are you going to put
yeah,
down? How
yeah,
are you going to respond to that? So yeah.
This piece here, I love how you say it is motherly.
Yeah.
Because she's not. The eyes is not open, and she's not saying much.
No.
But you get the feeling of it, just
definitely.
embraced by the texture and the positioning. That's a great piece. This is a really good piece too.
Yeah, I love this piece. This is one of the greatest things I like that. So this one is called I Know Who I Am. And the reason why I put this is particularly, I mean, there's always a night and a day, but are you rooted? You know, and here I have like a lot of roots down here. Most of the times we're not grounded, but I know who I am is I'm rooted regardless if it's day, night, winter, spring, fall.
Do you think that
fires.
changes through as the day goes? As we pass through time, do you think the roots change?
I don't think the root doesn't change, but the leaves do fall. They do. But the great thing about things when they fall, there's things that are growing at the bottom still. It never stops growing, regardless of what happens at the top. Leaves do fall. Seasons do change.
Yeah.
But I'm rooted. I know who I am.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And this last piece over here?
Oh my gosh. So this is one of my amazing pieces. I love this piece. I know this is probably not even, it's going to sell out on first day for sure. I'm pretty sure. But this one is actually amazing because I love the texture of it. But this one is called Shattered but Not Broken. I'm sorry, Fragile but Not Broken. Fragile but Not Broken.
Yeah.
So, and I also use cards in this too because I actually say I have the king, the queen. You know, the queen is definitely more because we are royalty as well. But there's different faces because of the simple fact we do have different things that happen in our lives. And sometimes you may feel that, but you still have who you are as a person. You know, yes, I'm fragile, but I'm not broken. And I created that card because there's still some cards that will be laid in your life. You know, it could be relationship, it can be through anything or decision making, but you know, I'm fragile, but I'm not broken for sure.
What I love about all of these pieces is that at the heart of them, there's different themes, different messages.
Yes.
But regardless, it's all inspirational.
For sure.
And that's artist with a purpose, isn't
It is.
You know, there it is. There it is. There's the
definitely.
punchline.
Yeah, it definitely. Like I said, I'm having 15 pieces. These are just some that we are just pulling out right now, and it's definitely we're definitely going to represent Lake County really, really good. In Leesburg, of course, that's where you know.
What is it like to represent Lake County and Central Florida out in this huge art festival?
This particular show is just geared to buying Black art. You'll be just surprised of what's happening with Black artists right now. It is hard to sell some of the art, so that's why we do different shows. We go out of town in different places. Because Black art is really, really needed in every way. So the awesome thing about Harlem Vibes Art Show, they really bring the culture and the history of back to Black artists. Just well as, you know, the Highwaymen and other places where there's history to that. And our next generation is the next generation for the next history. So I love that they pour into that. I love that they geared into the next generation to continue to buy Black art. So, yeah.
We're in Black History Month. Why is it such a challenge to get folks to buy art during Black History Month, during a time when it's meant to be celebratory? Why aren't folks really embracing that? And what do you think we can do to help continue to celebrate Black History Month?
I say people definitely need to open their eyes a little bit more. And know that we all are unified some type of way. You are my brother, you are my sister, regardless of who we are. You can be Black, white, whatever, you know, we're unified together. We live on this earth together, and we have to be unified. And art does that. It makes them put in question of why are we divided? Why can't we be unified? And I love that about Martin Luther King because that's something that he really brought attention to. He fought with love. And that is how we plan on trying to put that together.
You talk a lot about purpose. What is your purpose?
Wow. So I wish I could put that in one word, but I would definitely say my purpose is definitely, I'm a catalyst of change. I create change. I am a person that was supposed to build bridges where they are broken. I fix the broken. So my art does that. I do not like division, and whatever is divided, I make sure that I can connect those things, and I do that through art. For instance, since I've been here, I've had multiple different events that we've came up with, Haitian Festival, the open mic night, to the 4th Street Art Experience. I am wanting to connect the community to leadership more, and making sure that art is just welcoming always through music, through spoken word, through dance, through arts. In the next generation, like, I think it's important because the simple fact that is not reaching the next generation as it should be. If they're living in a neighborhood that does not have the support of, I can't afford this, I can't do this, but taking it to the community is the biggest thing to me.
Thank you so much to Simone and her team for having us today. We look forward to seeing all the incredible things that this space does. If you're an artist, if you're a storyteller, and you're looking to tell your story, I highly encourage you to come on out to Artists with a Purpose to spend time with Simone and her team and just get some inspiration to create your art. Until next time, I'm Ken Facey with Lakefront TV. We'll see you soon.
From Leesburg to Harlem, Simone Richardson is proving that purpose and passion can open doors on the national stage. As the first Black-owned gallery serving in Lake, Sumter, and Marion counties, Artists with a Purpose continues to create space for culture, creativity, and community to thrive. To learn more about the gallery and follow their journey to Harlem Fine Arts Show, visit Artists with a Purpose online at artistswap.com. What an incredible journey. If you have a story idea you'd like to see featured right here on Lakefront TV, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email at lakefronttv@leesburgflorida.gov, and be sure to like and follow us on all of our social media pages so you never miss a story highlighting the people and places that make our community special. Until next time, get outdoors and enjoy this place we call home.